This week on the podcast, we've written songs about Lilo and Stitch, a movie that teaches us that Ohana means giving an irresponsible teenager custody of a 9-year-old.
Ohana Matata.
It ain't no passing craze.
No.
Hello, and welcome to the Royds Revue podcast. I'm Rob.
And I'm Andy.
And we are back once again talking about 2002's Lilo and Stitch. Andy, how are you, you silly little glitch?
That was a lot nicer than I thought it was going to be.
Andy, because we're on YouTube, there are strict rules about when I'm allowed to curse, and we have to wait a certain length of time into the episode before I could start cussing and effing and jeffing and swearing. So I called you a glitch because the sequel to Lilo and Stitch is Stitch Has a Glitch.
Do you know what the time constraint is?
I don't know, but you know what? I was not gonna take any chances.
Yeah, that's fair.
I could have called you an itch. I could have called you a witch.
Mm-hmm.
I could have called you rich.
Snitch.
I could have called you a snitch.
Yeah. Well, to answer your question, I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing well, but you do keep glitching. You're like,
Yeah.
it's weird.
You know, I'm previous episode Vanellope from the Wreck-It Ralph. She got the glitch.
She got the glitch.
Previous episode, check it out.
I got the glitch from a woman I used to know.
There it is.
Hey, wasn't a cuss. It's just an entendre.
It's cold in the untundra.
Oh no. Gotta watch out for those polar bears.
You gotta wear a fleece.
At least.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
A fleeced at least.
Oh.
Andy, what are we here to talk about?
I believe it's Lilo and Stitch, the original.
The original. Yeah, well, Andy, the remake hasn't come out yet.
Of course, a horse, of course.
You silly goose.
But we are in preparation for the remake.
We are.
Which I think is gonna make it like $1 billion.
Oh, it's gonna make so much money, especially because they nailed the look of Stitch.
Yeah. Also, Stitch is big. People, like kids, still like Stitch. I also like. It's a distinctly different movie from all the other Disney movies.
It does feel very different.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, like animation, tone, pretty much everything is very different, and that's cool.
Setting.
Yeah. Robbie, what year did this movie come out?
That's an excellent question, Andy, but I refuse to answer it.
Okay, I believe it was 2002.
It was 2002. It was 2002. I was testing you. God, what
a... Wow. I'm going to start at number 16 for the top grossing movies of 2002 worldwide. And that's because it's Lilo and Stitch, Robbie.
Whoa. How much money did it make?
Oh, it made 273 million smackaroos.
Oh, that was Australian dollars.
Yeah, but the conversion rate is the same. It's same as American money. Yeah.
Incredible. Now, what was its little bird, Andy?
Now, often, you ask me this question, and sometimes I have it. It's not one of those times I forgot again.
Andy.
Yeah.
I'm glad you forgot.
Why?
Because it lets me do something. It lets me feel useful. Its little bird, its budget was $80 million.
Oh, we got a profit here.
We do have a profit here. And that makes sense why they did a direct-to-DVD sequel, Stitch Has a Glitch.
Yep. Should I start at the top 10 or top 5? What do you think, Robbie?
Andy, I think you need to make that decision for yourself. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life.
Robbie, I'm going to fold under this pressure like an omelet.
I can't wait. I'm hungry and I love omelets.
Oh, I'm going to go top 5.
Top 5.
Number 5 is Men in Black 2.
A boring movie.
Yeah, $441 million. Diminishing returns. There is one good scene in that movie, though, and it's the mailroom. Number 4 is previous episode. Check it out. Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, $645 million.
An even more boring movie.
Yes, a bad movie. Number 3 is previous episode. Check it out. Spider-Man, $821 million.
A good movie.
A good movie.
I'll get you, Spider-Man.
And your little dog, too.
Well, he like says that as he flies off, where he says, I'll be back, Spider-Man, or something.
He says, we'll meet again,
yeah.
Spider-Man.
Some real villain shit. Good stuff.
That's some real villain stuff, Robbie, because I still don't know when
I don't know either, but I've blown it.
Well, he's bloated.
I'm bloated.
He's bloated.
Ate too much salt yesterday, and now I'm all bloated.
You got to drink some water, brother. Number 2.
It's a fad.
Water? It's a basic human need.
Nah, you don't need water.
Okay. Number 2 is stool. Number 2 is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets with $878 million.
Wait, why did you just say stool?
Because number 2 is duty.
Oh!
Yeah.
I was very confused. I thought it was because I'm not drinking water, so my stools are so hard.
They will be.
Yeah.
They will be. They're gonna cut your butt like a fucking knife through a butt.
Dear God.
Yeah. Number 1 is Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers with $923 million.
I've still, to this day, never seen any of the Lord of the Rings.
Me neither.
And I refuse to do it.
I saw the first one. We've been over this.
Yeah, we have. When you lied on the podcast. We got a flux of emails, an influx of emails even.
Would you say we got an Aeon flux?
Sure. And they were like, Andy should apologize for saying he's never seen any of the Lord of the Rings. He's told the story about seeing the first one. He's a liar. He's full of shit. I cursed again, so now we're definitely past the limit. And
listen, I'm gonna say this, and
Andy's pretty much as bad as Harvey Weinstein, is what they said.
Okay, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say 2 things now. Number 1 is relax.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I wrote that part. I wrote back. I said, "Hey, it's okay if you want an apology from Andy, but he's not as bad as Harvey Weinstein."
Yeah. Number 2 is again duty, but number 2 is I will literally never apologize for that. You will never get that out of me.
Our listeners are dropping off like flies, Andy.
All right, guys, I'm sorry.
Because of your arrogance. Because of your arrogance. Because isn't Aragon a character from Lord of the Rings? Hey, nerds, write in roydsreview@gmail.com. Is Aragon, did that joke work? Is Aragon?
Aragorn, I think.
Aragorn?
I don't know. No, I don't know.
We could look it up.
Yeah, no.
But we're not gonna. Laura's gonna listen to this while I'm editing it and have an absolute aneurysm.
A conniption?
Yes, when she is, as we ask if Aragorn is a member of the Lord of the Star Wars Rings universe.
Yep. The Lord of the Rings and the Goblet of Fire. Should we talk about
the Golem of Fire?
Oh, should we talk about Lilo and Stitch?
Oh, I'm having more fun doing this.
Okay. Lilo and Stitch is a fun movie.
It is a fun movie. Let's talk about Lilo and Stitch.
Heartwarming tale.
In fact, I'd argue that's why we're here. You're wasting everybody's time.
Robbie, don't you dare put that on me.
Okay, I won't.
Thanks.
I love this opening Walt Disney spaceship logo.
Yeah. It's cool.
Disney always has a way of drawing me in immediately when they customize the logo for the movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling it now. This is cool.
Yeah, I think that's a little flair that is appreciated. You know?
Woo!
Yep.
A little Ric Flair.
Little Ric Flair that's appreciated.
Hey, put it away, Rick. The movie opens up with a bunch of aliens. A German alien is on trial for creating Stitch. Yeah, so we know where they got him from.
Is that a German accent?
What else could it be? It sounds German.
I was thinking Russian the whole time.
Maybe. Hey, write in. RoydsRevue@gmail.com. Is that a German accent or a Russian accent?
Yeah. Also, I saw this like maybe 10 years ago for the first time.
I hope you watched it again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
good.
good. It's a lot of goods.
Yeah. Too many to count. I remember almost nothing, from my previous viewing.
I remember nothing. Speaking of German accents.
Yeah.
That was a very bad German accent, and I could tell by the look on your face. Andy was like, I don't know if that's offensive or not.
I didn't really know what you were doing.
I know nothing, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But I said, it was really good, and I'm sure the listeners and the viewers are really guffawing, going, "Oh, not only is Rob funny, and he's stupid."
I feel like they say that every time, anyway.
Probably.
Yeah. I remember thinking. I mean, on this viewing, I was like, "Oh, that's the bad guy." But then, as I'm watching him, I'm like, "That's not the bad guy. He's too cute. He's too cute to be the bad guy. Look at him. It's adorable."
He is adorable. He's great.
Yeah, he is great. I love him.
It's especially because he doesn't seem to have any sort of plan or any direction whatsoever.
Yeah, he's just crazy. I love him.
Anyone who then says a more insane plan, he's like, all right, yeah, let's do that one.
Yeah, I like that. I like that better.
Yeah.
It's great. But, like, the animation style is distinct. Like we said before, it's distinctly different from any other Disney movie. Everything's a lot more round and, like, bubbly and cute.
Yes.
It's more kawaii. You know? It's kawaii in Hawaii.
Andy?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, kawaii is like Japanese for cute.
Oh.
That's why you see a lot of people, oh, super kawaii. Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I do enjoy that he's on trial for creating Stitch, or Experiment 626.
It's a Mazda.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's very weird. Like, we haven't seen this thing do anything yet, and they're like, you're on trial. You created something absolutely adorable, and everyone's like, it's hideous.
Yeah. But then you look at them, and they're all a bunch of freaks, you know.
One thing to your point about the animation style that just popped into my little noggin up here. I really like that it's a lot of like hand-drawn or static backgrounds. Mm-hmm. And then it's digitally animated over that.
Yes.
And I think that looks really cool because it makes all the characters vibrant. It makes them really pop.
Yeah, they pop. Yeah.
And sometimes you do get this almost Scooby-Doo or Hanna-Barbera-esque thing where, like, oh, that's clearly something that's going to be used in the shot because it'll be in the background, but it looks totally different than the rest of the background.
Yeah.
It's like the levers on the spaceship at one point. Those pop out so much more because those are the only things in the spaceship that's moving.
Yeah. And I think that's because this is around the turn of the century, and we're experimenting. We're experimenting with new and different technologies to make animation smoother and easier and more vibrant and whatnot. It's cool. This movie looks good.
Yeah, it does. It looks excellent.
Yeah.
626 is bulletproof, fireproof, and thinks faster than a supercomputer. And it only has one goal: destroy everything.
That last part that you mentioned, thinks faster than a supercomputer, is not evident.
No. Nope. But I also think he's just making shit up.
Yeah, he's a silly little, goofy little guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 626 uses what I assume is a slur because he's like, blah, 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 blah. And all the aliens like, oh my God,
Yeah.
cancel him.
Yeah.
Like, they are mortified at whatever he said. And
Yeah.
I love the fact that we have no idea what he... We learn later on he can speak when he hears people speak.
Yeah.
So
he is a fast learner.
he is a fast learner. Not faster than a supercomputer.
No.
But he is a fast learner.
Yeah.
So I like this idea that we have no idea what he says, but all these aliens who speak English fully understood him.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming there must be some sort of alien translator thing they got. I don't know.
Mayhaps.
I'm not going to ask too much about that. 626 and the scientist, Dr. Jumbo, are both placed under arrest. The council is going to banish him to an asteroid and then 626 uses his spit to like trick the guns locked on him. Like he spits his DNA. Like obviously spit has DNA in it, but I don't understand how it's like the gun's like, oh, he spit. Let's focus on the spit.
It's a flaw in the system, I guess, and Stitch takes full advantage of it.
That is true. And he adorably escapes.
Yeah, he's kawaii, Robbie. Kawaii.
I really love when they're shooting at him and he takes the two pieces of wall and he's using them as little shields as he's running through. That's great.
Very cool. Yeah.
626 escapes in this like red police cruiser. He makes some sort of universe jump thing to actually escape from the guards. And he winds up crash landing in Hawaii. The realization of all the aliens as like, oh good, he's gonna land right in the water. Perfect. And then as it's zooming in, like they're like, oh no, how is this possible? And it just happens to land on this small little piece of land.
Yeah, that's great. I also like how when he steals the cruiser, like they're chasing him and they're shooting at him, and he just like about faces. He just turns around and he's like, fuck, fight me. Like, let's go, dude. I don't care. I was like, this guy's crazy. He's a crazy little guy.
Stitch is a great character.
Yeah, he's great.
The excuse of why the aliens can't just destroy the Earth or any island on it is incredible. As we get Pleakley the alien, like the lawyer or something.
Yeah.
He's played by the guy from Kids in the Hall.
Yes.
You can't destroy it.
Yeah.
It's the mosquito population. They're an endangered species.
Yeah. Great stuff. Stuff.
Great logic. It's so silly.
Yes.
And it's a great turn later when they reveal why they believe that.
Yes. Good stuff. Love it all.
Yeah.
This is a fun little movie. So far.
Uh-oh.
It continues to be a fun little movie.
The councilwoman and Pleakley, they go and they get the scientist out of jail, and he's reading the newspaper article, and it just says, idiot scientist jailed. He gets so mad that he eats the newspaper.
Yeah, it's great.
I did that when I was reading, fuck, that would have been better if I had a quick book or something to read in mind. But here's the problem. I can't read.
Oh, no, Robbie. Life must be hard.
What are you still doing here? Well, I can't read.
Get out of here.
Oh, man. Atlas Shrugged. Yeah, that's how I reacted when I read Atlas Shrugged. I ate the whole book.
Jesus Christ. In one sitting?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I've never read that.
Well, some would argue
they have. Some would argue they have read it.
Well, I have.
Have you?
No. So why did I say it was bullshit? I don't know.
I don't know. It was the first book that I thought of. And
look at me. I'm Atlas over here. Shrug
Hey,
it.
I don't fucking know. I don't want. Yeah, I got a fucking book. Yeah, you can check me.
Yeah.
Atlas and the Shruggers. It's a new band.
Copyright that right now.
Atlas. I wrote it down. It's copywritten.
That's you just. It is just written. You didn't copyright it, right?
I'll go make a copy.
There you go. That's how you do it. Oh shit.
Dr. Jumba is offered his freedom in exchange for the creature, and we then get the opening credits. I really dig the music in this movie.
Yeah. Disney rarely fails in the music department.
That is true for the most part.
Yeah.
You know, and when they use pop music, like in this one, they do it really well.
Yeah. Stitch gets absolutely fucked up by a truck.
Oh, yeah.
I remember watching like the first time I was like, oh my God.
Well, they say he's basically indestructible.
Yeah,
and
still they show it. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
He gets tumbled up, and then when the truck driver like looks under, he's like,
yeah. But it's cool because he's so like tough that he like totals the truck.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's like if a truck hit me.
Yeah.
I'd be dead.
Yeah, you'd be paced, brother. But we all would, Bobby.
That's true.
Yeah.
A nice tomato paste. Mostly because of all the blood.
Right, I wouldn't spread that on anything.
I would.
What would you spread it on?
A peanut butter sandwich that I'm going to feed to a fish.
Why?
Because we meet Lilo here, and she's late to dance class. And she's late because she was bringing Pudge the fish a peanut butter sandwich with blood all over it.
He's done it. Not only did you deke me out of my jorts, verbally,
Yeah.
but you set up the very next scene and kept us on the rails.
Look at me.
Truly incredible stuff, Robbie. Next time I see you in person, I'm going to give you a smooch.
I'm going to be nominated for a potty for this episode.
A bathroom.
Those are the podcast awards, the potties.
Oh.
It's just the toilet. She believes Pudge controls the weather, and she went so far out of her way to get this fish a peanut butter sandwich, and the story that she's like, I couldn't have given her tuna fish. Do you know what tuna fish is?
It's fish. Yeah, that's great. Lilo is a very eccentric little girl. She's also, I think maybe they went a little heavy-handed with how sad her life is.
Yeah, a little bit.
So sad. Like every single time they mention, I mean, just look at their life. It's like, it's so sad.
And like, she is Nelson Muntz, man. Because the minute, like, she comes in and be like, this fish controls the weather. And this little girl's like, yo, that's crazy to say that. And she starts hammer punching this poor girl. Yeah. She's on top of her, just raining down strikes. Yeah. And you just see blood start splattering all over the dance studio. Teeth, glasses.
Yeah, it was crazy that the main character in the movie murdered a little girl in the first scene she was in. That was crazy.
She ripped this poor girl's face off.
Yeah.
No, she really does absolutely annihilate this poor girl.
She does. And like the teacher's like, "Hey, I can't do this anymore." All right?
The teacher needs to stop her, but also like the teacher needs to be like, "Listen, she called you weird because you said the fish controls the weather. That one specific fish that you brought a peanut butter sandwich to. Like, you gotta get, people are gonna call you weird, Lilo."
Yeah, you're being weird. You're gonna get cold.
You're like, listen, people are gonna say things sometimes, and it's great that you're yourself. I'll never tell you to not be yourself. But when you're yourself, people are gonna say shit, and you can't start hammer punching them.
No. These are things you have to just let them roll off your back. Now, Lilo, her routine gets interrupted like a little bit with this sandwich debacle.
Yes.
And she crashes out. She crashes out hard.
She really does.
Yeah, that's just little kid stuff, you know?
Oh, yeah, but then she wants to go and play with these little girls, and they're like, no, you just beat the crap out of me.
You just knocked my teeth down my throat.
Why would I want to come play with you? And it's like, that's fair. And then she whips out the weird doll, and I'll be honest, the weird doll's kind of cute.
It is, but then she throws it on the ground, and it made me sad.
Yeah, well.
Said, wow, she's frustrated because she's a little weirdo. Nobody gets her.
She is a little weirdo. She is weird.
Also, the little girl, she swallowed her teeth, and now she's got ass teeth.
Oh, no.
And she has to go to an ass dentist.
Oh, that's the worst.
And insurance doesn't cover ass dentistry. What are we doing here, Robbie?
Lilo's sister, Nani, comes looking for her. But Lilo locks Nani out of the house and nails the door shut.
Yeah.
I don't know where she had the time to do all of this. And she's also just laying down, vibing to Elvis.
Yes. Just being sad.
While Nani is trying to get into the house, the social worker, Mr. Bubbles, comes to see Nani and Lilo. A couple things here. One, Nani didn't leave Lilo home alone here. She was at school. And while it sucks that Nani was late to pick her up, that teacher had a responsibility to stay with Lilo.
That's true.
So
that is true.
It is not. So for Mr. Bubbles to put this on Nani isn't really fair. And the fact that Nani never says that, to be like, well, she was at school, I don't know why she's home.
Yeah. I think that, well, number one, this is 2 Ving Rhames movies in a row.
That is true.
Worth noting. But also, a lot of this, like you said, if her name's Nani, you said?
Yeah. Nani, Nana.
Robbie. You dog. But like if she just took the time to explain to Mr. Bubbles the scenario. Like, we find out later he's a very sympathetic guy.
Yeah.
I feel like he'd be open to that. He'd be like, "Oh, okay."
Like, well, this is a situation. Now, here's a question, though. Questions. Was that stove actually on all day? Because then even Nani's like, it's just a simmer. And like, no, you don't do that.
Brother, that's on you, brother.
That's how you burn a house down.
Yeah. Well, how old is Nani?
I have no idea. And I'm getting the impression she's at least out of high school, but she's still only like 18 or 19 years old. But there are some times in the movie I'm like, is she like 16?
Yeah. Again, very sad. All of this.
It is very sad, but it's also the state's fault. I'm sorry, if both the parents are dead, Nani is clearly not responsible enough or old enough to have full custody of her sister.
Yeah. Especially a sister who is neurodivergent as heck. You know? All I'm saying is, better hide her from RFK. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
You know, there's also a chance she's just acting out because both her parents are dead.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, a really traumatic thing? Nah.
No, it's the internet. We have to diagnose fictional characters with stuff.
Yeah. I turned into Fred Durst. Yeah, all of this is very sad. It's also like there's the scene where she finally, like, after Mr. Bubbles leaves, she finally catches Lilo, and she's like reprimanding her, and Lilo gets tears in her eyes, and right there I was like, ooh, man,
yeah,
that's that Disney getting you. They're doing it. They're doing it again.
I really like this bit of Bubbles telling Nani, like, I'm the guy they call when things go wrong. And things have gone wrong. And then Lilo is sitting there practicing voodoo.
Yeah.
The way Lilo screams after Bubbles leaves and Nani's like, you.
Yeah.
Bubbles is still right outside the door. He's going right back in there, be like, why is that little girl screaming bloody murder?
Yeah.
Why is that girl screaming bloody unaliving?
Nice.
Thank you. Hey, what do you think? And it's been talked to death, so we don't want to talk too much about it. Of Disney's weird edit making this like a pizza box thing that Lilo hides in.
I get it.
You get it?
I kind of get it, yeah, because like kids will just do stuff, and it's a liability thing, you know.
When I was a kid, never once was I like, I'm gonna go in the oven.
No, but I will say this. I will say this as a second grade teacher. Kids are different now.
But
they will do that. I'm telling you.
It looks bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked out of place.
This is one of those things where if you're going to do that, you need to edit the entire area of it and not just do that one little thing.
Yeah, why don't they just change it to like a fridge or like an icebox or something?
Make it a straight up cupboard. Just make the whole thing a cupboard.
Yeah.
And it doesn't stand out. But that's my biggest problem with it is like, all right, you know, you're going to be sissy nannies about it. But like, you have to make it look good.
Sissy nannies.
Ooh, very good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it more for the liability thing, so Disney can cover their ass because somebody will be like, my kid got in an oven because they watched Lilo and Stitch. You know,
then you're a bad parent.
I agree. Hey,
can I take a bold stance on something?
Sure.
I think we've done too much as a society to take the responsibilities off of parents.
I agree, 1,000%. Yeah.
You know, I just think it's absolutely outrageous how like when people complain about like GTA, it's like my kid shouldn't be playing that. It's like I agree, you bought it for your kid though, so
right. Like there's a rating system. It says mature 17 plus.
Yeah, like I should be playing it. Your kid shouldn't.
Right, and like I could give a little bit of leeway to older, like our parents or parents before ours, where they didn't fucking know. They're just like, oh, video game, Mario, yeah, sure.
No, because they had the ratings when we were kids too.
Yes.
You know, my dad refused to buy me GTA. And you know what? I was 11 years old, so guess what? I didn't get GTA.
Yeah,
that was
played
it.
At a friend's house.
Yeah. I played it at a friend's house. But you know what? He was willing to get me WWF Attitude. All right, cool.
Yeah, I was able to get E for everyone, T for teen. Until around, I was like 15, and I was like, Mom, come on. I'm going to shoot a guy in the head in the game. It's going to be okay. And she was like, all right, whatever.
When I was a kid and there was an R-rated movie I wanted to see, my parents would always go, we'll go see it first, and we'll decide if it's okay for you. And
that's good. That's good stuff.
You want to know how often they came back and said that is okay for you to see?
Not often. Yeah. I remember we were 17, so we saw Walk Hard in theaters.
Yeah.
And then we
well, by 17 my parents didn't care. I need to stress that.
Right.
Okay.
But like then we went to my friend's house and his family was like, let's go to the movies. And they were like, Walk Hard, is that like, I was like, oh dude, it's fucking hilarious. And they were like, is it okay for, because they had like a younger kid, like middle school, maybe elementary school, I think middle school. But like as a 17-year-old, you know, you're missing like a chunk of your brain and you're like, no, it was funny. I forgot about the dick. I forgot about the gratuitous drug use. I forgot about the in my dreams you're blowing me.
Yeah.
Some kisses. I forgot about all that. I just remember having a great time. And then so we went, and afterwards they were like, that was a very funny movie, but that was not appropriate. I don't know why you said that was. I was like, I'm 17. You shouldn't have trusted me. And they're like, yeah.
Well, you know what? I think when you say middle school, that's like a big range. Because like for an 11-year-old, that's like, no, an 11-year-old probably can't watch it. 13 years old, I'd be like, you know what? At 13, they could probably handle Walk Hard.
Yeah. A lot of it they're just not going to get.
Right. That becomes
gonna
the issue.
Affect them. They'll just be like, oh, get it.
It was also a parody of all of those types of movies at its time.
Yeah.
Where, like, unless you were familiar with Walk the Line and Ray and all these other ones, the joke is going over your head.
Right.
Still, one of the best parody movies ever made.
Oh, it's incredible. 10 out of 10.
I really like all the pictures of the fat tourists on Lilo's wall. Her entire wall is just fat tourists.
Yeah. And there's the running bit of that one guy and his ice cream.
Yes.
Great stuff.
They've changed him in the movie from a tourist to a local. Which I think misses the point because he's supposed to be like a big fat sunburnt tourist.
Yeah, why'd they do that?
Yeah.
Weird.
I don't know. Listen, it looks like just by reading things, they made a couple of minor changes to the script where it's like, you didn't really need to change anything here, but okay.
Yeah. That's weird because, notoriously, Disney has a lot of wildly inappropriate things in their movies.
But there's really nothing in this movie that you can't do for children these days.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
Lilo and Nani watch a spaceship crash, and Lilo, understandably, thinks it's a falling star and wishes on it. She's pushing her out of the... Get out, get out! Oh, gravity's taking... That's a very big sister, little sister, older sibling thing to do.
Yeah, and it's nice because, like, she just... reprimanded her. They're in a very tough situation. Okay, I should give her a little bit of levity.
Yeah.
Here, it's again, tremendously sad, but that's Disney. They're always doing real sad shit.
Yeah. You know what's funny? It's very sad, but you never feel sad throughout the movie.
No, Lilo does, but not.
Yeah, the viewer.
Nani. I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, there's like an underlying, like, wow, this is an incredibly sad scenario.
Yeah.
But it's not. There is like one moment at the end, which we'll get to, where it's like, oh, they're kind of being like, oh, this is it, man. This is...
Oh my God, Nani's gonna kill herself.
This shit is real.
This is where we see the trucks run Stitch over, and he wakes up at a shelter. All the dogs are cowering in fear, understandably so, from this blue koala that has arrived.
Yeah. Also, the wish that Lilo makes.
Send me a friend.
The saddest wish I've ever heard.
Oh yeah. Well, stop being so weird, kid.
She's like, I want a friend who like won't leave. It's like. I'm sad.
Yeah.
I'm sad, Obi.
They're all gonna leave you, kid. You're weird.
Yeah. But just to backtrack a wee bit about parental controls and all that shit. I think that it's kind of important to not shelter your kid from everything. Like, especially in movies, like all these changes they made to this movie that you're talking about. It's like, you can't just hide your kid from like the world,
right?
To like we all grew up with like shit like Fantasia and stuff where like, wow, this is really cool, and now I'm terrified. But like, that's just like, that's what life is. Like, occasionally you're going to be rattled.
Yeah.
I just like, we kind of gotta let stuff rock a little more. You can't just like,
let it roll. You also gotta let it rock.
Right. But you can't just like walk around with your hand over your kid's ears, like, and eyes, like their entire life. Like, just let the reins go a little bit,
Yeah, I agree, Andy.
Yeah, we're both
parenting advice from Andy and Rob.
Two people with no kids.
Hey, I have a puppy and a kitty.
I have 2 kitties.
Oh man. 626 pulls 2 of its arms in and gets adopted by Lilo and Nani. Lilo names him Stitch. And then the lady at the shelter is like, That's not a real name. Shut the fuck up. It's a child's pet.
I don't know what the fuck that was about. That's crazy.
Like, it is a child.
What do you want to name him? Stitch. That's not appropriate.
What?
Lady. What I did like about that lady was she was like, yeah, you can adopt anything here. And she brings out Stitch. She's like, it's that. I like that a lot.
He's perfect.
Yeah, he's just a little freak.
Like him. Yeah.
Yeah. Great stuff. Great stuff. And she would like him.
Of course.
She's a freak.
Stitch and Lilo see Lilo's friends, and then Stitch just steals one of the tricycles and they go speeding around the island. And he's trying to find a large city. And right after, Dr. Jumbo's like, he's attracted to large cities. Lilo goes, luckily there are no large cities.
And he's just like, no. Great.
We get a montage. Stitch knocks over a volleyball player. He fucks him up. He takes the ball and boom.
Yeah, that guy's dead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He also did not like a dog who was sniffing his rear end because he put shaved ice on its head.
Yeah.
What do you think? What's your opinion on Elvis? I like Elvis. What do you think of Elvis? Because there's a lot of Elvis in this movie.
I understand what Elvis did and what he means, but I don't really care about his music or anything. I don't know. I find a lot of music before the Beatles is like the same. You know?
That's so
like there are exceptions. You know, Roy Orbison had a lot of cool and interesting stuff. Buddy Holly as well. And Elvis, you know, he had some cool stuff as well. But I feel like a lot of it's just like the 12 bar blues type stuff, and it's like
so a lot of rock and roll you think is the same before the Beatles.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Okay, because you said music, I was like,
oh, like popular music, like pop, like pop rock type stuff. Yeah, but I understand the legacy and the impact. It's incredibly important.
I quite like Elvis.
Yeah.
My dad saw Elvis in concert. Like a couple
shit.
times. Yeah. My
in
aunt
the 70s or
probably in the 70s. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because
my aunt's still fucking rocking it.
Yeah. My aunt is a huge Elvis fan. When we go to her house in Florida, she has all this Elvis memorabilia.
Cool.
And now he's dead.
No, you believe that, Robbie?
At this point, yeah.
Yeah, he's dead for sure. Didn't he die on the turlet?
Yes, he did.
You die with a sandwich in his hand on the turlet?
The sandwich part is not true.
Oh man, I wish it was. That's just funny. It's just cutting out the middleman, you know?
It's just sad.
He's like, why wait? We'll just eat it, it'll come right out.
That's not what would have happened. He couldn't poop. That's why he died.
Yeah, he was like super constipated, right?
Yeah, because of all the pills.
Yeah. Rock and roll, baby.
There's a show for some tourists. We meet David. I think we met him before, maybe. And he causes a fire. And then when he's talking to Lilo, she's like, yeah, Nani likes your butt and fancy hair. I read it in her diary. He's like,
yeah.
You think my hair is fancy? You know, dude, she likes your butt. Go for it.
Yeah. I like how he passed right over that. He's like,
yeah.
You know what? I know I'm in a Disney movie. I'm gonna let that one go.
You know, he said, I'm talking to a child. We're not talking about my butt.
Yeah. What'd she say about my sweet cheeks?
Oh.
Did she say anything about the hole?
Hey, did Nani say she'll peg me? The aliens, Dr. Jumba and Pleakley, try to take Stitch. They're in disguise at the little event. So he fights back and he bites Pleakley on the head. And no one's questioning why these two look so weird.
That guy's got one eye. The other guy's got 4 eyes.
Hey, we have 4 eyes.
Hey, I think it's funny. I think it's funny, and I think it's deliberately funny that everybody's just like, oh, ma'am, I'm so sorry. It's like that's just the fuck is he's yellow. What do you mean? It's funny.
No, he just looks like that. Very ugly. Nani decides she's going to bring Stitch back to the shelter, but then when Lilo brings up Ohana, Ohana means family, and family means nobody gets left behind. So she's like, all right, keep the dog. And then this child goes, I know what I need to give this crazy creature. A bottle of coffee.
Yeah. Yep.
Very smart idea.
Yeah. Is this the youngest protagonist in a Disney movie thus far? Because she's like, what is she, like 5, 6?
She's very, very young. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And this also all goes to show how irresponsible Nani is, because like she's just letting her run around with that dog.
Yeah. Well, also she's, you know, she lost her job at this point, and she herself is a child. So, yeah, this is rough. This is there's the underlying sadness here.
Stitch builds a replica San Francisco because he saw the kaiju movie before and destroys it. After Lilo said, why don't you try putting that energy into building something? And when he does, she goes, oh, San Francisco.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, he just wrecks it.
Pretty astute for a little girl.
Yeah, she just knew that.
Yeah, she's like, oh, that's San Francisco. I know that. I just know that.
We see the aliens fighting over wearing the wig until one of them gets covered in mosquitoes. They've chosen me.
Yeah.
Until he screams because they all start biting him. I do like later on when they show him he's not affected at all. He's not covered in mosquito bites.
Fine. He is punished throughout this movie for like no reason.
Nope.
It's like a punching bag. He's just trying to do the right thing by the mosquitoes. Like he's just a nice guy by all accounts, but he's getting his shit rocked the whole movie.
Lilo reads The Ugly Duckling to Stitch, and that makes him feel better. They then start listening to Elvis, and I thought this was so funny when they go into Nani's room, and she goes, Nani, look. And she starts playing the record, and she opens Stitch's mouth, and it's playing Stitch's Mind. And he closes it, and they open it again.
Yeah, this is very modern comedy for the time.
Yeah.
That like you wouldn't really see in a Disney movie. It was like Disney movies are usually like not as like that's a bit. It's a visual bit with like I don't know. It's a very specific type of comedy that you don't see in Disney movies.
Right.
This movie, like we said, is very distinctly different. Very distinctly different.
And it's much better for it.
Yeah, it stands out.
Lilo then teaches Stitch about Elvis, and she calls him a model citizen, LOL.
Yeah. Yeah.
We get another montage of Nani looking for a job as Stitch gradually becomes Elvis, and he's just a sick guitar player, so he is a fast learner.
I like how he strums the ukulele, and it's just the ukulele, but he keeps strumming it. It becomes an electric guitar.
Yeah, I guess through his own energy.
Yeah, but I also like when they were watching the kaiju movie before, it's like the real movie.
Yeah.
And then the picture of Elvis is an actual picture of Elvis.
Yeah.
I thought that's a cool touch. It's interesting and weird.
The bit with Stitch as full-on Elvis is great. He's in the sparkly suit, and he's playing, and everybody loves it until they start taking pictures, and that makes him lose his mind.
Yeah. Now, that's I guess the connection you can make to Lilo and Stitch. Title drop, hello. But, like, she freaks out, and everybody's like, whoa, you don't belong here. And then, like, he freaks out, and everybody's like, whoa, you don't belong here. And like, oh, they're meant to be. This is great.
Yeah.
You know?
Lilo, Nani, David, and Stitch all go surfing. This is another solid song here about riding on the ocean blue or whatever it is. I think there's only like 2 original songs in this, and I think they're both good.
Yeah.
As Lilo, Stitch, and Nani are on a wave, the scientist comes out of nowhere and grabs Stitch, and then they think Stitch dragged Lilo down. Like, she swims underwater and somehow doesn't see this giant alien who is holding on to him.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then Agent Bubbles is just waiting on the beach.
Yep.
This dude is everywhere.
Lying in wait.
Nani pulls Lilo out of the water from drowning. David goes back in and saves Stitch.
What a nice guy.
Yeah. Well, I think he knew. It was like, this was a pet. He was probably freaked out.
Yeah, it's a dog, as far as we know.
He wasn't
Even though,
trying
like,
to drown her.
Let's be honest, guys. That's not a dog.
No. You gotta
Come
know.
on.
You gotta
Come
know.
on.
This is really sad here when Nani, like, has to give Lilo up.
Yeah.
But, like, she doesn't ever actually seem to tell her that. She, like, starts to, and then just starts singing a song to her. And I'm like, well, you didn't really tell her anything there. You just sang a song.
Well, they still have, like, a day, right?
No, they had the next morning.
The next morning. Yeah.
And then we learned that Lilo's parents died in a car accident.
Yeah. And I don't know if she said it in this scene or a previous scene where she says, I remember everyone that leaves.
Yes, this is right here because she's talking to Stitch and she's like, it's okay to leave.
Yeah. Oh, my God. So sad.
And then
So incredibly sad.
And then Stitch steals the ugly duckling.
Yeah. And, like, he's looking for family. But, like, your family, you just left your family, man.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
Yeah, he's a little psychopath.
He was born with no memories. He doesn't know where he's
Right.
from.
Right. But,
Yeah.
like, that's the thing. Like, they're accepting you regardless.
It's,
you know, and that's the nice thing, you know?
in a way, Stitch is a Jurassic Park dinosaur. Because they talk about it in the Jurassic Park franchise, like, these creatures came from nothing, have no idea where they are, what they are.
Right.
And that's the same thing with Stitch. The reason he's not programmed to destroy, it's just that he doesn't know what anything is.
Right. Right.
And that's the same thing with the Jurassic Park dinosaurs, is like, they just don't know what anything is, so they're gonna destroy it out of fear.
Yeah. Instinct. Yeah. But yeah, Lilo being real sad and just kind of accepting her sadness. She's like, yeah, you can go. Like, everybody else leaves anyway. So
Yeah.
it's like, damn, this movie's a downer.
Stitch goes out, reads The Ugly Duckling, and learns the word lost. He is absolutely lost now.
Yeah, and then he's got a sad voice, and now I'm like, God,
Oh, yeah.
that's sad.
The aliens get fired from their job, and Dr. Jumba gets so excited because now he gets to do it his own way. And
Yeah.
Pleakley's like, you still can't kill anything.
Yeah, that's great.
This is the next morning, and Jumba finds Stitch and tells him that he has no family and he was just built to destroy. Lilo wakes up and Stitch is gone. David shows up to the house and he says, Nani, I found you a job. Couple things here. One, David, after Nani says, I owe you one, you could just leave it at you're good. You don't need to say you could go on a date with me. She's told you no a few times, Brother Bear.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two, hey, Nani, you look at David and say, thank you so much. I'm going to go talk to them. Would you mind staying with Lilo for a few minutes?
Yes. Easy fix.
It's incredibly irresponsible, and Bubbles isn't wrong to be like, this kid needs a better home.
Yes. 100%. Is it sad? Yes.
Yeah, it's
Is he
sad.
correct? Yes.
Listen,
Yeah.
It is sad, but Nani is incredibly irresponsible.
Yes.
Like, the situation that then happens wouldn't have totally been avoided because Jumba shows up and starts destroying the house.
Yeah.
But, like,
at
at the very least, when Bubbles gets there, you'd be like, well, at least there was somebody here watching the child.
Right. But you left her alone in the middle of a weird alien battle that destroyed your house.
Well, they don't know the alien stuff yet.
Right. But this is a cool little scene where they destroy the house.
Yeah, and Lilo calls Bubbles, and we get the great line, oh, good, my dog found the chainsaw.
Yeah.
Like, ah!
What? Great stuff.
Lilo tells Stitch to fuck off because he ruined everything, and then the Shark Boy shows up and catches them both.
Yeah.
Everything then happens very quickly here, because like Stitch escapes, and the Shark General is taking just Lilo up into space, and Nani is understandably distraught, not destroyed.
Yeah, this movie does go into maximum overdrive at the end.
Yeah, because Lilo in space is much worse than Lilo in foster care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stitch convinces Jumba to help Nani. We have no idea how. He's like, all right, I'll do it. He's very persuasive.
Yeah.
Stitch jumps onto the ship, and as he's making some progress through where he's held captive, he gets projected off of the ship and bounces off the mountains. Ka-doink, ka-doink, ka-doink,
Yeah.
ka-doink. I really like this shark guy, General Abomination. Stupid head.
Yeah.
I'm laughing.
I mean, I guess he's the bad guy.
Yeah,
In the
he's
movie?
ultimately the bad guy, but again, he's not really. Really, the bad guy is the Grand Councilwoman.
But even her at the end, she's just like cool. She's
Yeah.
cool with everything.
So I don't know. It just kind of fades.
It's one of those movies where there's not really a bad guy. It's just like, hey, and everybody lived happily ever after. And
Pretty
that's-
much. Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
Because Stitch launches himself into the sky using a gas truck in a volcano.
Yeah.
Stitch saves Lilo. They land in the ocean. And they're about to take Stitch away. But because Lilo has legally purchased Stitch and has a receipt, the Galactic Grand Councilwoman says, all right, you could stay. And also, Peakley and Dr. Jumbo are going to stay here too. And they all rebuild the house.
Yeah. So like, that's very nice.
Yeah.
It's a very like wholesome, nice ending. But like you said, like she is not responsible. And yeah, like now with all of our newfound friends, we can all, it takes a village. We could all do it.
Yeah.
That's cute. It is bullshit. It is bullshit.
Bullshit. Oh, yeah.
But it's fun. It's fun and it's nice.
Well, like, because then we even see Cobra Bubbles in the montage, like, showing up for birthday parties and stuff. Like, he's, like, part of their family now.
Yeah, and that's adorable. It's wholesome.
Yeah.
It's unrealistic. If you were a kid who was on the verge of being put into foster care, and this movie would give you hope, and it's just your little heart's gonna be broken.
Just
in shambles.
Just a heads up.
Yeah, shambles.
And credits.
Yeah, cute little movie.
Yeah, I really like this.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you a question, Robbie. Are you gonna see the remake?
Not in theaters.
Yeah, me neither. I honestly don't really have any interest at all. But I haven't seen any of the remakes.
Again, I think they nailed the look of Stitch, so I will see it when it comes out on Disney+.
Yeah. I just feel like animation.
No breathing. Don't give a fuck.
It's got like a certain
Papa Rob.
Papa Robbie. Yeah. It's got a animation has like a magic to it that you can't capture with like a regular human face.
That's true.
And I just like taking something that was animated and making it real is a downgrade in my.
It's also, I'm much more willing to suspend disbelief in an animated movie than I am when it's a live action thing. And that's on me because, again, it's a movie about an alien being.
Well, I think that also speaks to like how the movie makers do their world building, because if you can convince me, then I'm fully sold. Like we've talked about wacky movies that are good. It's because they sold you on it. But like if you can't sell me on it, you're getting taken out of it, whether it's from bad visual effects or like bad storytelling or both. It's a lot that needs to make these things believable
Right.
with quotes, like sell you on it. But that being said, this is a nice, cute little movie. Then the remake's gonna make a trillion zillions, and that's that. Regardless of what we think.
That is true.
Yeah.
Should we go to Letterboxd?
I think so, Robbie.
Andy, that's an excellent idea. Well, it was my idea, actually. Rob, good job, Rob. Thanks, Rob.
Hey, great job, Rob. Thanks, Rob.
Thanks. I really like it. I'm thinking a high score, 4, 3.5, around there.
Yeah, I'd go 3.5. Because I like that this is a distinctly different Disney movie.
Yeah.
A Disney's I'm trying to do distinct and Disney in the same word.
Distinctly.
But also I think that the end is kind of just a lot,
Yeah.
and it's just loud and colorful for the kids. But I'm an adult, Robbie.
Chill out.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, let's do 3.5.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. They ain't, I don't really have any bad things to say about it.
I really liked it. 3.5 stars on the Letterboxd. You can follow us on the Letterboxd at TheRoydsBand.
We dare you.
I dare you.
I triple dog dare you.
Andy, I originally had 3 trivia, but I'm gonna add 2 on, I think. So I'm gonna give myself 5 trivias.
Holy shit, you should go first then, Rob, because I got 3.
What planet was Stitch created on? Turo, Skuro, Torat, Tomlek.
The last one.
It is not Tomlek.
Torat.
It is not Torat.
Or the first 2?
Turo or Skuro?
Turo.
It is Turo, on the planet of Turo.
Yeah. This is Disney's first movie since which movie to use the watercolor backgrounds that we mentioned earlier? Snow White, Dumbo, Fantasia, or Aladdin?
Fantasia.
No.
Aladdin.
No.
Dumbo.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Apparently, watercolor backgrounds with digital animation, hand-drawn animation on top of it.
Look good.
It does, yeah.
Stitch looks at a maps book. Road maps of Ohio, Iowa, Idaho, Hawaii.
Ohio.
It is not Ohio.
Iowa.
It is Iowa.
Huh.
Yeah.
Chris Sanders, the creator of Stitch, first tried to make a children's book with the character. What year did he create this character? Was it 1985, 1990, 1995, 1999?
1985.
Correct.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go with. That's what was in my head. And then when you said it, I was like, that's what I'm going with.
Yeah, he tried to make a children's book unsuccessfully.
He made a very successful movie, though.
Yeah, he sure did.
What is the festival called that they all dance in at the end of the movie? We see a quick picture of it with the name of the festival on the banner. The Hawaiian Holiday Festival, the Merry Music Festival, the Holiday Honolulu Festival, the Merry Monarch Festival.
The Honolulu one.
Nope, it is not the Holiday Honolulu Festival.
The last one.
It is the Merry Monarch Festival.
That's what I said.
That's very good. Excellent,
Thank you.
excellent, 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 excellent.
You know what, Robbie? Excellent question.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. Yeah.
Do you have any more?
Yeah, I got one more.
All right, cool. Hit me with it.
This was nominated for Best Animation, but lost out to what movie? Was it
Spirited
Treasure
Away.
Planet? Previous episode, check it out.
That one I knew.
Yeah, you are correct.
Andy, at the end of the movie, who does the cover of Burning Love? Would you like answers?
Yeah.
I'll give you some answers. I'm going to make them up on the spot. Was it Melissa Etheridge? Was it Sheryl Crow? Was it Winona Judd? Or was it a fourth option?
I'm going to go with a fourth option.
It was not a fourth option.
Damn. Let's go Sheryl Crow.
It was not Sheryl Crow.
Go Winona.
It was Winona. Credited just as Winona.
Huh.
Yeah. Want one more?
Sure.
Who does the cover of Can't Help Falling in Love after the montage when there's the regular credits pop up?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
This one is going to be much harder to think of fake answers for.
Okay.
So, was it the Pussycat Dolls? Was it the Backstreet Boys? Was it the 18s? Or was it Ashley Simpson?
Go Ashley Simpson?
It was not Ashley Simpson.
The Backyard Boys?
It is not the Backyard Boys.
The 18?
It was the 18s.
I don't know what that is.
You didn't know the 18s? They started
Is
off
that with Mr. T?
No, that's the A-Team, Andy. The 18s were a group in the early 2000s, and they started off as like an ABBA cover group. They were the ABBA Teens.
Huh.
And they
did Dancing Queen, right? Like
yeah,
they did. Okay.
They did that. They also did Take a Chance on Me.
Yeah.
And then they branched out, and yeah, for this they did, and it is a horrendous cover at the end. It is absolutely dismal.
I don't remember.
It was terrible.
Huh. Interesting. Interessante.
Speaking of songs.
That's Hawaiian for interesting.
That's wrong.
That's wrong. You're correct.
But I did write a song.
Me too.
I also have a Picky to Flippy.
Yo, flip that shit and I'm gonna call it Heads.
It's heads, it's breads, and wouldn't you know it, that's what I said.
So we spoke before this.
No, we didn't.
We both decided that we were gonna use ukuleles on our songs, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, same. Well, you go first, Robbie.
All right.
You go first.
I'll go first. My song is called Blue Friendship, and it's about Lilo and Stitch. And I did write the song on ukulele. It's not really the main instrument. I mean, it is. It's written on ukulele, but it's in there. But it's not a ukulele-driven song. Regardless, this is my song. It's called Blue Friendship. It's about Lilo and Stitch. What else could it be about? I guess the Smurfs?
Ukulele.
Very good. Bob Ukulele. Rest in peace, Bob Euchre.
Euchre, I barely know her. Lately.
Very good. Very good.
Thanks.
Lately. All right, this song is called Blue Friendship. I'm an idiot. And it goes like this.
Out of thin air. Where's he from? Probably nowhere. What's he want? I haven't a clue. He wants to belong just like me and you. Friendship in a shelter. Blue friendship is the pain. True friendship in a found family. Memories that will trying. Looking for a place where we belong. Listening to some old rock and roll song. True friendship in a shelter. Blue friendship ease the pain. True friendship in a found family. Memories that will not fade. Fresh out of work with the government at your door. Gotta let them in, but you haven't swept the floor. When you're with family, no one gets left behind. Through the clouds and the sunshine. True friendship in a shelter. Blue friendship ease the pain. True friendship in a found family. Memories that will not fade.
That was my song called Blue Friendship.
That was nice. I really like the sound of the bass that you had. It sounds like a big stand-up bass.
Yeah, that's what I used. Instead of using the a rail bass, I used the MIDI to do the bass on this time so I could get that stand-up bass sound.
Okay, so witchcraft, sorcery.
Yeah.
Right.
It's witchcraft, Lilo and Stitchcraft.
Now everyone listening is going to burn in eternal hellfire.
And although I know that doggy is blue. It's Witchcraft by Frank Sinatra.
Very good. Very good.
Oh, okay.
Excellent. Beautiful.
Thank you. Andy, I have really nothing.
Voluptuous.
Oh. I really have nothing to say about my song. I actually just kind of threw it together after watching the movie.
Yeah, I mean that's the name of the game, brother.
Yeah. Tell us about your song.
Okay. My song is called Ohana, which means family, and no one
What?
gets left behind, Robbie. And I wrote it on the ukulele. I originally had some chords just going with the ukulele, like regular chords that I like looked up because, you know, every like maybe twice a year I'll pick up my ukulele and start playing it. You know, like it's,
Yeah.
I'm not as familiar with it as I am a guitar or a bass.
Very good.
That's a bass. So I picked it up like one day, started writing, like doing some chords. I wrote a little melody, but wasn't thrilled. And then like yesterday, I picked it up and I started just like goofing around on the ukulele, and I was like, "Oh, I like this way better." And so yeah, I wrote it on the ukulele, and it's called Ohana, and it goes like this. Ohana, it means family. No one gets left behind. I won't be all alone now, 'cause I have family. It means Ohana. No one That's my song Ohana.
I like that a lot. That was very nice.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
really like it when the full band came in. Sounded really good.
Yeah, thank you. There's only ukulele, bass, and drums on this.
I like it.
Thank you. As I was effing around with my ukulele, I came to a realization that it's really just like, not the same notes, but the same like tuning as the bottom or top. I don't know, the D, G, B, E strings on your guitar. It's the same thing, just in a different tuning.
Yeah, it's
like,
GCEA on ukulele.
Yeah, it makes everything easier, actually. I understand this instrument now. So that helped. But yeah. I like it. I like the little melody. Help me.
Melody.
Yeah, thank you. So I ran with it, and that's my song. It's called Ohana, and it means family, and no one gets left behind, Robbie.
Andy, I didn't know you speak Hawaiian.
Yeah, I'm super Hawaii.
Dude. You must be trying to speak Hawaiian.
Well, those are our songs, Robbie.
They are our songs.
Robbie, what do we got going on next week?
That is such a good question. I'll answer it for you. Next week, we're getting ready for another legacy sequel, as we are doing The Karate Kid, Hi-Ya, Chop Chop, Kick Kick.
The Jujitsu Child.
I've never seen The Karate Kid.
Me neither. Well, you know what? It has to be good, Robbie.
The Martial Arts Maestro.
The
Martial Arts Miniature.
The Krav Maga boy.
That's good.
I'll kill you. That kid will kill you, dude.
Good.
That is a lethal. Oh my god.
The Navy SEAL guy.
Well,
Andy,
if you liked,
you're gonna do it anyway. Just do it. Do it.
Okay.
Tell them where they can find the music, Andy. Tell them.
Okay, if you liked what you heard, the music that is, you could go to Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, wherever you get your music, and you can search the Royds, and you'll find it. You'll find a lot of music there. But if you want everything, and I mean everything, bonus songs, guest songs, the songs you heard today, they will be on TheRoyds.bandcamp.com. Again, everything's there. We appreciate your listenership. Also on the YouTube, all the songs are there as well. Robbie, tell them a little more about that and the other socials.
A vow of silence. I'm taking a vow of silence. You have to watch it now to learn what our socials are. It's YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at TheRoydsBand. That's my vow of silence.
It went well. Yeah. Robbie.
YouTube, Instagram, TikTok at TheRoydsBand. There we are. There we be. Click the link and then you'll see everything we post. You can also send us an email at roydsreview@gmail.com. Gmail is Gmail for those who are uninitiated. You could also follow us on Reddit and in our subreddit, The Royds Band and The Royds Review Podcast, where you can comment. You can request a movie. Send us an email, roydsreview@gmail.com. I already said it, but I'm saying it again, okay?
Okay.
Send us an email, request a movie. Give us a 5-star rating and review wherever you're listening to us.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Robbie, you got nice handwriting.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. A lot of people say, a lot of people used to tell me I write like a girl.
What would you say to them?
It's not an insult because I have nice handwriting. I used to write in script all the time. I think I've told you this. And I used to forge my friends' parents' signatures on all their bad tests.
Nice.
Yeah. Now that I've admitted that, I'm going to prison for 6 years.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I used to, because I would get a lot of bad grades for a long time in school. Until like 11th grade, where it just clicked. And I was like, oh, I get it now. Weird.
Yeah.
But, I would just take like a random homework assignment and put with a red pen, like put 100% on it, and then show my parents. They'd be like, "Oh wow, he's doing good."
That's insane.
Because, like, they would take stuff away, like, oh, no more PS2 until your grades go up. And I'd be like, oh, I gotta play Metal Gear Solid. I have to. So that's what I'd do. And then the report card would come there, like, what happened? We thought you were doing good. And I was like, duh. Yeah.
Oopsie.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, next week, what Robbie said, the Karate Kid, and I love Monier.
I hate all of you. All right, everybody. Karate Kid next week, and we'll do more SpongeBob talk probably.
Oh, yeah. We'll see you later.
Bye.